I'm Tom Hunter, the Museum Object Curator here at OHA. Today we're going to feature an object from OHA's artwork collection, which is this painting hanging on the wall next to me, currently on display in the clothing exhibit on the second floor. And we're going to talk a little bit about it. It's called Basket of Apples by Levi Wells Prentice, and Prentice painted it in 1890. Now, Levi Wells Prentice was born in 1851 up in Lewis County, New York. He spent his time growing up there, which is close to the Adirondacks. So as a young man, he decided to teach himself painting, and he went up to the Adirondacks to paint scenes of the mountain vistas and other areas up in that area of New York State. He opened his first art studio here in Syracuse in 1872, and he painted in Syracuse from 1872 to 1879 before he moved to Buffalo that same year. He was a self-taught artist, and in his early career, as I mentioned, he concentrated more on landscapes, primarily those up in the Adirondack region. However, he's best known for this type of subject, a still life of fruit, either arranged within a landscape setting or simply spilling out from bushel baskets. And I'd just like to point out some of the artistic detail in this painting. You can see the bark on this tree. You can see the fine detail on these apples. The discoloration, the natural coloration of the apple to bruising here on this one. Some spots either from disease or worm infestation. And you can see them just simply spilling out from the slatted fruit basket. You can see the streams of light coming through the slats on the basket. The leaves, of course, from the apple tree, the fine detail of the grass, the weeds on which the apples have fallen. And it's just a great representation of Prentice's artistic style, as well as his artistic talent and technique, being self-taught, especially because he did not go to art school. His school, if you will, is the Hudson River School, which basically juxtaposes the immensity of nature and juxtaposes it with the insignificance of humanity. You can see this in his Adirondack paintings as well as other artists who featured the Hudson River School. This, again, this immensity and significance of nature versus the insignificance of humanity. Now, getting back to Prentice, the man and the artist, he moved to Buffalo in the late 1879, I should say. He married an English woman, Emma Sparks, in 1882, and they had two children, Lee and Imogene. From Buffalo, he moved around quite a bit from 1903 to 1907, and he eventually settled in the Germantown district of Philadelphia, where he died in 1935. One thing about Prentice, and even modern day artists, is they can't always make a true living just from painting, selling their paintings. So he had other talents as well related to art. He was a craftsman, and so he made picture frames. He made furniture, and he even worked on some houses, making houses. Today, You can find Prentice paintings not only at OHA, but you can also find them represented in such notable and distinguished museums such as the New York State Museum, the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston, the Montclair Art Museum in Montclair, New Jersey, the Philbrook Museum of Art in Tulsa, Oklahoma, as well as the Yale University Art Gallery. And again, the painting is called Basket of Apples. Apples were probably Prentice's most favorite subject to paint from. And although the OHA Museum is currently closed, you can still shop online. And so we have made these nice little puzzles from artwork and other objects in the collection. And if you're into jigsaw puzzles, if you're looking for something to do while you're quarantined at home due to the coronavirus pandemic, you can order this puzzle or maybe another puzzle from OHA's online store. And we certainly would be happy to sell you one, and perhaps you'd enjoy making it. The OHA's website is cnyhistory.org. You can also find us on Facebook under the heading Onondaga Historical Association.